Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and we are going to be doing a Let's Play of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius for PC. So this is a game I've been planning for a little bit of a while. Like the Harry Potters, it is abandonware, so it did take a little bit of getting it working. I've not done anything too crazy with it apart from the disc crack and stuff. I've not really done too much of it in terms of mods, so it is, apart from the disc crack, it is pretty much vanilla for the most part. It was a bit of a pain getting it working, but as you can see here, we've managed to get some, at least somewhat decent results. I've had to do a little bit of stuff here and there with OBS, just because of OBS not liking those types of games, so it was a bit of a pain. But either way, it's here now. That's the important thing. So, right, let's just quickly do a little bit of housekeeping before we actually get into the main game. So, okay, firstly, in regards to spoilers, you don't really need to worry about anything, as far as I'm aware, this PC game is completely separate from the cartoon or movie. So it's completely separate, completely standalone. Is not, apart from maybe a few references here and there, it's completely standalone from the cartoon or the movie. So you don't need to watch the cartoon, you don't need to watch the movie to play this. It's completely separate for the most part, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, don't need to worry about spoilers. My Let's Play for this game is, again, very simple. There's not really much to do, so I'm just going to go through the whole game. Pretty standard stuff. Extras, I don't really have any plans at this point. There's not much to do in the game anyway. Config, there's really not much to look at. So there's really not much to look at in terms of options and stuff. The last thing I need to do here is, if you want to support the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and join my Discord server. And with all that said, let's get straight into the game.
Have you located the rebel base yet? Our scouting reports are due at any moment. We believe we heard some noises we think are coming from the human boy named Jimmy Neutron in this area. That must be the area. I feel his presence. Plot a course on Earth for the town called Retroville. Aye, aye, my lord.
Gotta work this time. I can feel it.
Oh, darn. I was looking forward to eating that apple.
I should have guessed. I needed to change the fluxing code in the magnetic pulsing sequence.
Ooh, that sounds complicated.
Now it's sure to work. Ready to get in and give it a try, Carl?
Oh, no way, Jimmy. That looks dangerous. So I think I'll head home and do some homework or something.
Okay, Carl, just don't touch anything on your way out. Let's go, boy. Jump in the booth. Hey, boy, look at this foil I've got for ya. Yay, we've done it! It works! Just a few more parts, then I'll be able to teleport anywhere, even to outer space. That would surely get me first place in the science fair.
Okay, so here we are in the game for the first time. I think I'll wait a little bit, I'll wait for the tutorial level before I start going over the controls. So, but yeah, you see that bar in the top corner? That is both your health and your neutron energy. So, As we go through the game, Jimmy will be using various inventions that you can collect throughout the game. If we look in, if you see here, these are all the inventions that you'll collect over the course of the game, and some inventions use the neutron energy, which you see at the top there. But let's just continue on for now.
Goddard, connect me to Vox, please.
Can I help you, Jimmy?
Yes, Vox. Have you patched a link to the telephone service so I can start teleporting locally?
It's almost ready, Jimmy. I will display a menu inside any phone booth that shows the locations we have access to. By the way, I think Carl is touching an invention near the front door.
Okay, so, yeah, we've got our objectives and stuff. Again, I'll talk about controls in just a moment. But as you go around the game, there are various things you can interact with here and there, and various things you can collect. For example, if you go over here,
More coal.
you get coal, and then with certain items you can go over to certain things and do certain things. For example, with the coal, you can go over here and make a jewel. As long as you've got coal, pretty much. It's kind of pointless. It's just really for points, really. Which points, they don't really do all that much. You can see here. There's like a list of various things that you can collect. It shows you how many of each item you've collected. Again, it's not really important. It's you know, just kind of there. It's not, doesn't really have any significance within the game. But let's just continue onward and see what Carl is doing. Oh yeah. So there are various things you can collect. Obviously, like if you look around the Hope worlds, I suppose there aren't really many levels in this. But if you look around the various, like if you look around the town and stuff, you can find various items and stuff.
Energy.
And oh yeah, as you see, I just took damage. So the neutron energy does act as your health. So when you get hurt, it goes down, but at the same time, it goes down when you use up neutron energy. Now, there is a couple ways of recharging, getting neutron energy back. One is by going up to these things here called neutrons. So, as Jimmy will explain in probably the next episode, there are two types of neutrons. There are blue neutrons. I forget how much, you know. There are blue neutrons that are worth, well, they're worth a little bit, and then there's red neutrons that are worth a lot more. I think if I actually, if I remember, I'll probably have a graphic on screen showing the exact value for each neutron. I forget how much off the top of my head right now, but I'll probably have a graphic on screen. Oh yeah, there's various things in the lab here. Like there are various creatures that you'll find throughout the game that you can come back here and put them in the cages. So you'll find.
Better collect the Darwins and place them back in their tank.
So yeah, you'll find Darwins, which are like walking fish that you can come back here and put them in the bowls. And you'll find various other creatures like girl-eating plants and dinosaurs. Well, actually one dinosaur. And you'll need to put them back in the cage and stuff. Yeah, not really much to say other than that. Again, you can replenish your neutron energy by collecting neutrons. Blue for a bit and red for a bit more. Red ones are a little bit more uncommon. And another way you can charge is by going to that machine you see over there by Carl. That charges you up to 25%. But as you can see, we have our first invention here. So I am going to go through all the tutorial levels. Hopefully, there is one invention I'm not particularly good at. Hopefully that doesn't cause too much of an issue. But yeah, I'm going to go through all of the tutorial levels here. So let's see. Jetpack. Yeah, sure, I'll practice.
This level will teach you how to use your shrink ray and jetpack inventions. To use your shrink ray, point toward the object you wish to shrink, then press and hold the left mouse button. You will consume neutron energy each time you use the shrink ray. You must be near the object in order to shrink it. You can currently shrink Humphrey or any Yokians you may encounter. To use your jetpack, press and hold the right mouse button. The jetpack consumes energy from the Neutron energy meter each time it is activated. The jetpack has a maximum height level that adjusts to the ground level according to what you are flying over. The flight is limited, so the jetpack will not overheat. The jetpack can also sense your height and will activate automatically to slow down any falls that would normally hurt you. Now, let's practice by flying up to the lowest platform, then to the next platform. If you miss the higher platform, try going back to the lower one before your jetpack time runs out. Otherwise, you might fall to the ground and will have to begin again. Go ahead and try.
Okay, so now's probably a good time for me to quickly go over controls overall. So that seems like a good thing to do there. So, right, controls. Okay, so you can move around using the arrow keys. So like up and down to go forward and back. You can use the left and right arrow keys to look around. But yeah, arrow keys. The arrow keys to both move and control the camera. You can open up your menu with the escape key. You can use your current invention that you have equipped by using either the left mouse button or the enter key. Personally, I recommend using the keyboard controls because the mouse controls, the mouse controls kind of suck. So I definitely recommend using the relying on the keyboard for this game, just because the mouse controls aren't very good, to be honest. Yeah, they kind of suck. Okay, so you can jump or use your jetpack with either the right mouse button or the shift key. Yeah, it might be a good idea for you to permanently disable sticky keys for this, which I have my sticky keys disabled anyway, because it's just kind of annoying, because, you know, in games I use shift and stuff a lot. So yeah, I have my sticky keys permanently disabled, and I recommend you do the same. I can't remember how you do it, but if you look, there should be tutorials on how to do it. But yeah, for this game, I definitely recommend relying on keyboard and completely relying on, like, just turning off sticky keys and relying on the keyboard. But so you can open up your inventory or exit invention with the space key, with the space or tab, if I recall. Yeah, space or tab. Right, so you can bring up your list of objectives with the O key. That's going to come in handy much later. So again, if you're ever lost on what to do, just press O to bring up your current objectives. If you hold down the H, if you press H, you can bring up your controls. If you ever forget, if you ever forget your controls on your current invention, you can just hit either H or F1 to bring up a menu of controls. I have all the controls written down, but they may still come in handy from time to time. And if you hold down the G key, you will have Goddard basically follow you, which it's not really all that well. It does have its uses here and there, particularly that'll come in handy a little bit later on, not much, but basically it's good for if you want to know where Goddard is at any given time. Like, for example, if you're using the scooter and you're not sure where he is, that's generally a good idea just to call him over, and so you have an idea where he is at all times. But that's about it for control. So now let's just let's just carry on with the actual level. So again, relying on keyboard because the mouse controls suck. So so if you hold down the shift button, and then you can just fly over the platform. Now, here's a bit of advice. Basically, before actually going forward, I recommend holding down shift for a little bit until you've got a decent height, then move forward. Otherwise you'll just like hit the platform and then just fall down. So I recommend flying over it a little bit before going forward. That's the best advice I can really offer you here. So again, not really much else to say, just carry on collecting your crystals as you go, and that's pretty much the jetpack portion of the level. So we got, this is the only level, this is the only one that gives us 2 inventions at the price of 1. The rest of it's all like just 1 invention. So yeah, you basically want to make sure you land before that bar at the top runs out. But it's not too difficult really. So again, just hold down the button and then levitate once you're at a decent height. Okay, so now we've got these red platforms. These are just kind of here in case you fall down, so you don't have to go all the way back, which has actually happened to me quite a bit during practice. But yeah, just carry on for now. Not really much else to say other than that. But yeah, there's not really much to say in terms of this Let's Play because again, this game is very basic. So like there is the this is the PC version of the game, which is what I'm doing, and there is also the console version of the game, which came out for like GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. But from what I heard, it's not very well liked, and it's pretty mediocre overall. So it's you know, not great really, is it? But yeah, we're almost here at the shrink rate portion of things. Okay, let's just fly up here and wait a sec. Hang on, let's go up here. Hopefully the Okians don't spot us too soon. Okay, now let's see, moving over to enter key for the shrink ray. The shrink ray, basically the inventions had their moments, but you don't need them like all the time. For example, you don't really use the shrink rate all that much throughout the game. It's even though it's your default, you don't really use it all that much. There are a couple times when you're just going around shrinking Yokians and stuff, but it's not really used all that much compared to other inventions. Some inventions are used more than others. Oh god, oh god, oh god! Okay, that was kind of scary. Oh yeah, these guys, the Yokians, these guys used to scare me to death as a kid. But either way, we're all the way at the end here, so let us go and get the trophy.
Alright, I won! I got a prize! I'd better check my list of objectives.
Okay, let's go and talk to Carl then. Actually, how's my timer doing? That's a problem about going back to my old timer. Okay, 3 minutes left. We're doing pretty good then. Still a decent bit left then. Okay. Okay, talk to Carl.
Hey, Carl. Were you playing with any of my pets?
No, Jimmy. But I did kind of notice a couple of Darwins and girl-eating plants walking around outside.
That's okay. I'll just shrink them and collect them later. Hey, have you been using my special lens spray?
Yeah, but I saw something outside that looked really neat. Follow me and I'll show you.
Okay, now we've just got to follow Carl, but I thought since we're here, we might as well charge up a little bit. So yeah, as well as collecting neutrons you'll find dotted about the place, you'll also if you go onto this in the lab, that'll take you up to 25% neutron energy, so might as well do that.
Recharge confirmed. Beginning process.
Thanks, Fox. That should keep me for a bit.
Okay, there we are.
Here,
25%.
Goddard. Come here, boy.
Excuse you. Okay, right. Anyway, let's go out and see what Carl has to show us.
Oh, you found some blue neutrons? The blue neutrons are invisible to the naked eye, but with my special lens spray, anybody can see them easily.
Wow, there sure are a lot of them, Jim. And they look good enough to eat.
Can't eat them, Carl. The blue neutrons are energy for my inventions.
What do the red ones do?
You found a red neutron? Those will be my secret to teleporting into space. Red neutrons have 1,000 times more energy than the blue ones. Can you show me where it is?
Uh-huh. It's in Cindy's backyard. Follow me and I'll show you.
Okay, so like I was saying earlier, oh yeah, there's a few things we can explore out here.
Cool. I just gotta find some rockets to launch now.
Okay, we might as well explore for a little bit, I suppose. There's a fly in my flat. That's a little annoying. But yeah, if you look around the world, there are various things we can explore and stuff, like various neutrons hidden about the place and various things you can collect for other things. For example, there's a few rocket pads here and there.
Cool. I just gotta find some rockets to launch now.
So yeah, there's various rocket pads dotted about the place. There's also hidden neutrons and stuff like that. But again, blue neutrons are worth a little bit. I think 20 something. I can't remember, 10 or 20 something percent like that. I don't know. Again, I'll probably have a graphic on screen with the exact measurement because I think I did I think in preparation for this Let's Play, I think I did actually play the game and just, empty out my neutron energy and just collect the neutrons just to see the measurement of neutrons that each one holds. But again, I'll probably have a graphic on screen explaining that in better detail. But yeah, so yeah, you can use various things, like if you go on the roundabout here, yeah, you can ride the roundabout, and then if you want to get off, just yeah, just open up your inventory. You can climb ladders just by walking into them. Yeah, you can't really hang off the monkey bars though. So if you go on here, there's a red neutron, a hidden red neutron. Okay, my timer's going off. But yeah, there are various things here and there. So there's a hidden red neutron that you can find. There are various others. There's one in there. There's one in there. There's one in the slide here.
Candy bar.
Yep, as well as some sweets, or candy as the Yanks would say. If we go up here, there is another red neutron we can get. Don't go too far, otherwise you'll bash your head very painfully.
Cool.
Okay, we got some more sweets. Yeah, I'm gonna try be using the British terminology. Okay, flowers.
I love flowers. I'll collect them and put them in a vase for her at home.
Okay, so you can collect the flowers over time and then put them in a vase in Jimmy's home.
A treat for Goddard.
Okay, yep, treat for Goddard. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Okay, right, let's go over to the red neutron here, and I think after this I'll probably maybe end the episode, I think.
Wow, you did find a red neutron. Good job, Carl.
Oh, thanks, Jim. But, how are you gonna get it without waking Humphrey?
I'll move really slow. And if Humphrey wakes up, I can zap him with my handy-dandy shrink ray to slow him down. Stand back, I'm going in.
I'm gonna go home now anyway. Hey, do you wanna meet me at Retroland?
I wish I could, but I've got to find the rest of the items for my project.
Okay, so let's actually, I think that's probably a good enough place to end this episode actually. Yeah, so as always, thank you guys for watching, thank you for tuning in to anyone who is new to me as a whole, like my channel, me in general, my name is Lucky Star Shi-Roku. It is a pleasure to meet all of you who are joining for the first time. Welcome to the channel, welcome on in. Ah, that bloody fly again. But yeah, anyway, welcome to the channel, all that, all that usual stuff. Anyway, so in regards to the schedule, basically, I record every single day from Monday to Saturday, with Sunday being my only day off, so I record every day, Monday to Saturday, around 6 or 7 p.m.-ish usually. I'll spend the rest of the night editing to get the video out at 2 p.m. the following day. So that means you'll get a new video from me every single day from Monday to Saturday, randomly alternating between games. So right now I've just started a Let's Play of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, as you can see. And I'm also planning to start a Let's Play of Undertale for Switch, and as well as a Let's Play of The More for Steam. So that's so again, that's about it. Recording every day from Monday to Saturdays. Record at 6 or 7-ish, and I'll spend the rest of the night editing to get the video out at 2 p.m. the following day. So that means you'll get a new video from me every single day at 2 p.m. GMT UK time. And I'll keep randomly alternating between games to keep variety going. But yeah, that's about where I'm going to leave this episode for now. So in the next part, we'll be going to get the red Neutron from over there. And yeah, until then, have a good day, you guys.